My name is Jimmy Luzinski. I'm with bleedingcool.com.
Thank you, and go right ahead.
Hey guys, how you doing? Jake and
Jim.
Natasha.
Hi.
Hi, how's everybody doing in the comfort of their home as opposed to a ragged press junket, kind of enjoying what might be the contest of what's the best virtual background? Who do you think's winning so far?
Well, considering your head is covering where my character's dick would be, I would say, Jimmy, you've won.
And considering Jake is in a cabin that he built in his backyard, I would say he's maybe up for second place. And
Natasha, considering your wallpaper looks like it's from another era that I remember being at my grandparents' house, and I love it, I think you might win, actually.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go the other way with that, so I'm glad.
No, I as soon as I saw it with that couch too, I'm like, not only do I like it, I remember it and I miss it. It's a perfect.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's perfect.
So I want to ask. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I've done a lot of game shows to save up money to buy wallpaper.
Oh, that's great. So I want to ask you guys, first of all, what was your reaction the first time you saw the script? Jake, you start off with a pretty F-bomb laden montage or monologue right at the beginning. What were your reactions to that?
So I've known Ben Hoffman, the creator. We both kind of came up in LA around the same time, and we were on Second City stages together. So we did a pilot presentation that I never thought would be on air. I thought when we started doing this, eventually some executive would pull the plug on it. And it just kept going forward and forward. And then I thought with the cast that we wanted, we wouldn't get the right cast. And it just kept coming together. So my experience with Hoops so far has been kind of blown away that we're at this stage. It is a wildly loud, vulgar, R-rated animated show. And I'm really excited it's going to have a chance.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen the whole season. It's pretty funny. I really enjoyed it. What about Natasha? When you first read the script, what was your reaction?
Well, I don't think I got to see the script at first, but I got like a scenario that I got to read with Jake, and I feel like I knew Jake was involved and I had already known his work, so I knew that I knew how funny he was and we could go off the cuff, and we were just able to improvise, and then right away I could see like, oh, if I was in this would be such a fun experience because just being able to improvise with other comedians on top of an amazing script. And then Jake was always in the room, which is, kind of rare. So him always being there to feed off of when we were recording kind of helped take it all to another level, I thought.
So a lot of it's
by the language, no.
Right.
That's what you're asking.
So a lot of it is improvised, right? And
I don't think a lot.
Are any of the
I don't want to take away from Ben's writing though, too.
No, but it is. Ben was really open to. We had a great writing staff. We had a great script, but we cast purposefully because Ben and I talked about this. We didn't want to just cast voiceover actors who would come in and say the lines. We needed strong comedians. So Ben is a bully if his wife is a pushover. Ben is a bully if he's running the show. Ben is a bully if his dad is weak. So if you have a group of comedians who are hard funny and can yell back and to create their own moments and can improvise bits while we're going off, then we have a chance at making Ben, who is a little tyrant, likable because the characters around him aren't scared of him. If other people are scared of him, it's a whole different show. So it was really important to get the right, funny, strong voice people who are confident in their ability. And without it, I don't think this show had a chance.
It was about episode 4 or 5 when I finally realized that Ben Hoffman is pretty close to Ben Hopkins. Is any of these stories taken from his life or experiences, or how close is that maybe to your life?
I think the connection with Ben is not this guy at all. I think the connection to Ben is this at its core is Ben's sense of humor. So we were all in the booth. I was in the booth all the time, partly because I like actors and I like talented people. So I wanted to be there when Natasha recorded because I'm a fan of hers. And our business is, well, it's true. our businesses can be so utterly boring apart from the moments when you're with actors acting. Like there's so many talented people. So what Ben and what we kind of realized really quick, and why coaches like Ben in this, is we were all at the end trying to make Ben laugh. So Natasha and I weren't really, we were trying to get each other to laugh because you want to be funny, but after the takes, we would both look at Ben. And if Ben was laughing, you then kind of know, all right, I'm on the tone. This is the tone of this thing. And so once we found what Ben liked and what really made him laugh, it was really easy to just keep hitting that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think you're right about tone, because finding the tone is the difference between something succeeding and failing. And I think by being there and hiring people, comedians and comedic actors we all know each other, and we've all been working with each other for like a decade. And so I think it really does kind of add to it, and then being able to play off each other in the room.
Yeah, it's huge.
What, Natasha, what would you want the viewers to know about your character Shannon before they see the show?
I think Shannon kind of will always have a little thing for Ben. And even though she's got Ron now, and she kind of can't stand that side of her. Like we all have that, like a lot of times it's from like early relationships in high school or whatever. It's like that person you can't quite get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she's just kind of always going to have it for him. So if there is a season 2, I don't see that going away. So there is some love, but it's just like, it's like they've been through 10 pandemics together.
Don't even say a line like that.
Don't jinx it. Yeah.
It makes me want to just break my computer.
No, I mean, people are happy for people who have husbands and wives right now, but it is a challenge. Let me tell you, my husband is addicted to Nicorette. I can't stop hearing him chomp all day long. He does things I didn't even know he did. He's drinking the dust from his snacks. Like everything about it is just like rough.
It's a big learning curve, right? Get to know him. It'll be interesting to see how many marriages survive this whole thing, right? I'm sure you guys are good.
The other side of that, though, is I got a friend who's single, and I got a text from him the other day because I saw a photo of him on Instagram, and he has lost over 30 pounds. And that is just a result of spending too much time alone. Where I'm like, he's like, I realized I could change my diet. And I'm like, I'm like, slow down. I'm like, oh, he's by himself 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Enough people wished that, I could lose this weight if I was just trapped on an island by myself and I just had no access to everything. Enough people actively wished for it. And
that's right.
Monkey paw situation, right? They got it. What about Shannon? I want to ask you, what's your favorite moment from? There was a lot of crazy stuff from giving the eulogy of when the horse was kept getting dropped and run over, and up until unzipping the Colonel Sanders onesie in the walk-in freezer. So I want to ask you, what's your favorite Shannon moment from the show?
I would probably say it's kind of fun to make Jake's character, Ben, to kind of torture him. So the more that she's like with Ron and creating her own life, and he's kind of like coming back, and then she's playing with him. I mean, that dynamic was really fun. And, Ron's hilarious. So anything I get to do with both of them was really fun. So
every time you mention Ron, I keep thinking about the scene where you're comparing your and Ron's dicks, or your characters and Ron's character's dicks. Is just hilarious. Now that's not a dick I'm mad at. Okay, so I'm sorry. I can't do a good you. I apologize. Jake, so life has taken a toll on Ben's body. His conditions have left him a little worse for wear in his current days as a high school basketball coach. Although Ben never wanted to be a mentor, being pulled into coaching teens and training a teen with his ability similar to his gives him a new positive outlook on life. Hold on a second. I'm describing Peter B. Parker from the Spider-Verse movies. Has anybody compared, or do you see any similarities between these two characters aside from the adult content?
No.
Okay.
The only thing is I
make it short.
is that I booked both jobs.
Okay.
For the most part, he's a bad dude. Did we get cut off?
You
Yeah,
froze
Jake,
up.
could you answer the question again, Jake? Brown?
Yeah, Coach Ben at his core is a piece of human garbage. He's got a little bit of heart, but he's just not a great human. He talks his way out of a lot of situations, and he always screws everything up by talking. Peter B. Parker at his core has the heart of a superhero. He's just going through a bad depression.
Well, good luck with that. Yeah. a lot of that going around these days.
And I will say too, that one of the fun things about doing animation, it's like I feel like every character is like more flawed than the next. And a lot of times that is where the comedy comes from. And I think animation kind of gives you that, flexibility where you can be
Totally.
meaner and more flawed and darker than
True, but also with this one, being able to do things together, and I'm thinking about it as we're zooming together, Natasha, because this is our first one. Even seeing you, we did a lot of our stuff together, and it was really nice to know that I could say terribly offensive lines to Natasha, knowing that she's gonna come back even if it's off script. So there is something to be said about a show like this and being in the same room, because the jokes are all mean spirited. It's not a nice show. It's a loud, mean, funny show.
Mhm.
So I like being like, I liked having to have the other person there in the room while you're saying these lines to make sure, like, I am saying this to your
Right,
face, even though
right.
it's a cartoon. I'm not going to make a really offensive joke that you hear about when you watch it. So there
That,
was something really fun about that. We got to do that with this.
yeah, that's a little unique that everybody's in the room at the same time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that at least the scene partners were a lot of time, not always, but whenever we could, we really tried to do it. And my dream, if we do a season 2, is I would love to at least do one episode where the entire cast does it all like a radio play.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
We were building towards that, and then scheduling gets so hard because our cast on this is probably 20 deep, with all the players and guest
Mhm.
stars. So we would have to write a small grouped episode, like just the 5 people somewhere. But it would be really great to do one where we were all in there. We did 1 or 2 takes and just really felt the energy.
Yeah. That's an excellent idea. Hope that comes together. So there will be a season 2. Has that been announced? We're still hoping for it. Fingers crossed.
I'm just talking shit, Jimmy.
Oh, well, hey, you call me anytime for that. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So I got 3 minutes on my way out the door. I want to ask you guys, as a child, I had to get up real early on Saturday mornings so I could fight for my spot on the couch and watch my favorite cartoon against my brother, right? So I also had to get up extra early so I could go in the kitchen and pour myself a big bowl of sugary cereal. So I want to ask you, Jake and Natasha, what is your favorite Saturday morning cereal?
Oh, cereal. I thought you were going to go with cartoon.
Oh, tell me, Bo, what did you watch while you were eating the cereal?
Well, I remember I was not allowed to get cereal that had sugar as it had to be the 4th ingredient or more. So
Ooh, that's a good way of doing it.
yeah, so it was like Cheerios and that stuff. But what I got into as a child was mashed potatoes. So I would make instant mashed potatoes after school. Like, I guess that was like a carb thing. And my mom like got rid of MTV, so we couldn't have it. So I ended up watching like Nick at Night and all the oldie stuff. So I think I was watching the Flintstones or something. I don't know.
Right on.
It was sad.
Yeah, we weren't allowed sugar cereals either. So I had rice checks for the first time, and something about those felt like dessert.
Those are good.
There's
yeah.
probably still a lot of sugar in them, but they fake it like they're not. And so I remember eating those and loving them. And I don't remember what I watched Saturday mornings, but I remember it was a big thing. I'm kind of was Saved by the Bell Saturday mornings. Didn't that happen too?
That was on in the
Oh,
morning.
I thought that was after school.
Yeah, it might have been both, because I remember the early morning cartoons were like 7, and even as a kid, I was a late sleeper. But then I kind of remember live action kind of Saved by the Bell type shows.
Yeah, maybe they reran them on the weekends, like Power
Yes,
Rangers.
something
and
like
kind of
that.
stuff.
I remember, like, I would wake up in that time.
But now our kids watch TV all day long, so we don't need to have
can't even get them out of the house.
No, now our kids watch YouTube how-tos and
Yeah.
boxing videos.
Yeah, my kids are big fans of Fortnite, and when they're not playing Fortnite, they're watching YouTube videos of other people playing Fortnite.
So how old are your kids?
10 and 14
And
boys.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah, right in there.
I've heard about that. Watching videos of other people playing video games.
It drives me crazy, but they love it. They're like, tell me they're learning. I got to wrap it up, Jake and Natasha.
Jimmy, your kids are lying to you. They're not learning.
No, well, yeah, they're learning how to lie to dad. I guess how to get.
I like that they say, "No, Dad, we're learning." What could you be learning watching a kid playing a video?
Can you at least put the closed caption on it? And thanks, guys. Thanks for your time. Have a great day. Stay safe. I really appreciate it.
Hi, Jimmy.
man.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Thank you.